first I want to start with this.
Okay.
So you and we both grown up a little bit since the last time I've talked to you.
A little bit.
All right, I'm going to throw this to you.
Let me see.
Go ahead, you go at least just get the first Q&A.
I'm Kellyanne Stitts, joined by one of
Holy
Ohio high school.
look how young I look.
Junior defensive end for Pickerington North, Jack Sawyer. Jack, thanks for joining me.
Thank you.
Sacks, 4 in the first half, and you're a dual athlete. You play basketball
Let me hear your response, because I don't see how you
That's
tackled
hilarious.
But I want to get to know.
I couldn't be over 210 pounds in that.
Listen. Here's the first. Let's see.
Well, regardless of
You said 200.
basketball. Right? So when did you start playing football?
I started playing football around 3rd grade. I've always loved
So you've always been handling the media pretty well.
Yeah, decently, I guess. Not bad for being a junior in high school.
Not bad for me. Do you look composed there?
A little bit, yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I think
that feels like so long ago now.
So long ago.
Doesn't it?
But you've grown a lot since then. Since being here at Ohio State, how have you felt yourself grown in these past 3 years?
Yeah, I think I've grown a lot. Definitely on the field, obviously. In the weight room, got a lot bigger. Look a lot different than I did in high school, and I think I also grew a lot off the field though too. I think I've matured a lot. Which a lot of us in our class, kind of went different ways and took different. It took us different times to get to where we're at now, and I think that on and off the field we've all grown so much, and we're all kind of coming into our own now and becoming grown men on and off the field.
How has this coaching staff, Coach Day, Larry Johnson, helped with that?
Tremendously. Coach Johnson especially, and Coach Day as well. Coach Day's always preaching to us, take care of everything on and off the field. Yeah. And he said, if you take care of things off the field, typically guys take care of things on the field. And I think that really resonated with a lot of us. And once we understood that, our academics matter and the stuff we do off the field matters, and we all started to grow on the field. On the field
for you specifically, how has Larry Johnson helped in your development with the technique and just your game in general? Yeah, a ton. Coach Johnson's one of the best to ever do it in the D-line, so he's helped a lot. Definitely I think last year was a little different when I was playing a different position. Right. But, he's helped me a lot, and he's really, this offseason really helped me a lot to get back caught up and, kind of refine my skills again and get ready for, a good year. For you this season's switching specifically and solely focusing on defensive end, how do you feel like that's going for you? I think it's going well. I think obviously, a lot of fans, a lot of people in the media would say we don't have the stats necessarily that we should, on the edges or the D-line as a whole, but, we just keep building every day, and we know that stuff's going to come, and so, we can't focus on any of that, and I think we're all doing really well and all, getting better each day, and every week, really, you can see it, from week 1 to Indiana to now, we're playing so much better as a unit, so much better as a whole defense, so I think it's going really well. You got your first sack against Purdue. How did that one feel? It felt good. It felt really good to get the first. Once you get the first one out of the way, you kind of relax, take a deep breath, and, now you're just playing ball, having fun, and, Coach Johnson always says sacks come in bunches, so, once you get your first one, you're bound to start having a lot more. And, me and JT both had 1.5 of that game, so they definitely do come in bunches, so it felt good to get that first one off my back for sure. This is the best the defense has been since you've been here. What do you attribute to that? Is it Jim Knowles coming in, and now, especially this year 2 for him, or what do you attribute to that? Yeah, I think it's a lot to do with the whole coaching staff. Definitely Coach Knowles. His scheme is, really, it works everywhere he's been. And I think just being the second year in that system, everyone knows the plays. Everyone's that much, sure on what to do, and we're playing fast. And I think that's the key on defense is, even though, defense is supposed to be reactionary, compared to the offense, but when we're playing downhill, it's kind of like we're dictating what the offense does to us, not them what they do to us. So I think it's just being that second year, the coaches knowing what's going on a lot more, and just us playing free, playing fast. Looking at your career too, I think the last time we spoke, I asked you why you chose Ohio State, and you said, well, the program sells itself. It's Ohio State. Right. So it's worked out well for you. Yeah. Being the Pick North kid, when you put on the helmet and put on the jersey, do you still feel like, man, I got to put on for my city? Oh, absolutely. I think being from Ohio, especially from Columbus, growing up 15 minutes down the road, you definitely feel that. I think it's really cool that growing up 15 minutes from here, I see a lot of my friends still, a lot of my family, which is huge for me. And, definitely when I put that helmet and the shoulder pads on, I'm trying to, make my city proud and trying to make the people who I grew up with proud because I'm from here. So it just kind of means that much more to me. Is it still surreal for you at all? I know 3 years in, but even just running out of the tunnel in the shoe with all the crowd, all the scarlet and gray, is it still kind of surreal? I think a little bit. Yeah, definitely there's still a little bit of that surrealness to it.
like I said, growing up watching Ohio State, you know, being from here, seeing the players that have played here, you know, it means a lot to be able to put that uniform on. And I think it just means that much more to me because I'm from here and I get it and I've lived it for, you know, so long. So definitely when I put that helmet on and shoulder pads on in the locker room, you know, I kind of feel it a little more.
Looking at your game, is there anybody in the NFL that you like to model your game after?
Yeah, you know, I think any defensive end wants to model their game after Nick Bosa.
I was going to say, with the Bosa brothers,
everybody
right?
does, right? Chase Young, you know, Chase is a great guy, too. I've known Chase since I was getting recruited. Yeah. So definitely him, too. I like TJ Watt a lot. Khalil Mack's good. There's just so many good edge rushers right now in the NFL that you kind of just can pick any from any team, and it'd be a great guy to model your game after. So definitely those guys. Obviously the Bosas. You know that answer was coming, didn't you?
100%. Yeah. And speaking of, any of those former Buckeyes, have they given you any advice or words of wisdom that has helped you?
Yeah, I actually, this past offseason, I worked out with Sam Hubbard, an Ohio guy. So I've known Sam for a while, and he's a really good dude, great guy to model my game after, too. He's been in the league for, what is it, 7-8 years now?
Yeah,
and
that's a lot of success.
A lot of success, and, you know, just a great guy to, you know, want to be like, too. So definitely Sam.
You and JT seem close. How would you guys describe your relationship?
Yeah, I mean, we got a great relationship. I think we've grown closer together over the last couple of years, definitely. You know, we feed off each other. The whole D-line, we're the closest group I think I've ever been around. We all hang out outside of football, and, you know, we just kind of got that love for each other, that brotherhood, and yeah, so I mean, me and JT, you know, we just feed off each other. I know when he's rushing like he did last week, it helps me on the other side. So it's just kind of like a 1-2 punch. And especially with the guys in the middle, Mike, Tyleek. I mean, KJ's playing good, Caden Curry's playing good. So just collectively as a D-line, I mean, we're just so loaded. And I think when we're playing confident, I don't think there's anybody in the country that can block us. You
and JT played basketball in high school. We did. Do you guys ever get some time to play pickup here and go at it on the court?
We do, a little bit. Coach Mick got mad at us this summer because we'd be playing pickup like right after a workout or something. You know, he would try to kick us out. But
he's like, relax.
But I mean, Cade Stover's a great basketball player too.
Okay.
Was really good in high school. Josh Proctor's another good one. Definitely last year. Like the preseason before last year, you know, DeJuan can hoop, CJ Stroud, Garrett Wilson. I mean, those guys are good too. So we used to have some real good games over there in that court.
I bet.
Pickup games. So yeah, we always play basketball.
Just a bunch of athletes.
Marv's a phenomenal basketball player too.
Okay.
Which probably doesn't surprise anybody.
I mean, no, not at all.
No, not at all.
Just another thing he's good at. So, is there any cool NIL deals you have going on right now, or anything you want to put on?
You know, obviously the one with Reichert is really cool.
Yeah.
Reichert's an awesome guy.
I see there's a bunch of you guys in that commercial.
Yeah, exactly. You probably see the commercial every weekend during the games. Just a great family, you know, that runs that dealership. And what's funny is my grandparents taught him, and I think they might have taught his mom in school at Groveport back in the day. So kind of just that family connection, you know what I mean? Growing up in the community. So that's definitely one of my coolest NIL deals.
Looking at your opponent this weekend, Wisconsin, if it all plays out in your guys' favor and your guys' plan, I'm sure you could possibly meet, and Wisconsin's as well, you could possibly meet them in the Big Ten Championship if all shakes out at the end of the season. Right. But when you look at Wisconsin, what do you guys need to do to have success on defense against the Badgers?
I think we just got to build off what we've done the last few weeks. Yeah. You know, tighten everything up. D-line, we got to get pressure on the quarterback. They got a young guy back there now who's pretty good. I think he led a 2-minute drill to win the game last week. Yeah. So we got to put pressure on him. Back end's got to keep playing the way they're playing. And I think if we just, play fast and confident, we're gonna do what we need to do.
Just a couple of fun ones too. Do you have any pregame tradition or ritual that you always do?
That's a good one. I don't know if I do. Pregame ritual or tradition.
Yeah, something you have to do, or you're superstitious in any way. You're like, I have to put the sock on this way, or I have to do this.
Yeah, I put my left sock, right shoe, left shoe. That's how
every single time.
Every single time. I'm the same way with like left sock, right cleat, left cleat. I don't know why. I just started that and I just kept it rolling.
When did you start that?
I don't know. It's weird. Like, when you get ready for practice every day, just kind of how I always put them on. I put my left sock on, my right sock, then I put my right shoe on and my left shoe on. I'll just keep it going. Yeah, I might have had like a good practice last year or something and just kept it rolling.
I respect it. I like it. When you do have some free time, I know you guys don't have a lot of free time between football and school. How do you like to spend your free time?
I think it's a little different in the off season for me. Being close to home, all my friends are back. So I like, hanging out with my friends, hanging out with my best friend Casey. A bunch of my other guys come back, so it's good to see those guys. We golf a lot. Me and Kyle golf a lot, Julian Fleming, Kate Stover, Tommy, we all go golfing.
Good golf game for you?
I'm all right. I'm decent. I'm decent. Not bad. I just started taking it serious. You know, we used to go out there and just have fun, not really care about where the ball goes, just seeing how far we can hit it. But no, we took it serious this summer. Mecca is really good. Mecca like shoots in the 70s every time, which is wild. Yeah,
wow.
I know.
Okay.
We might cheat on the scorecard a little bit, but we'll leave that one for another time. Other than that, just kind of hanging out. You know, going to my parents' house. They live on Buckeye Lake, so going out there on the boat's fun, and just hanging out with my family and friends. What I do in my free time.
So last one, Day described this defense as could be playing at championship level defense. When you hear that, do you feel like that's very fitting, and do you feel that moving forward the defense can carry the team this season?
I think definitely. I think that's kind of like our motto is that we want to win games on defense. And when you have when you have a defense playing that well, it gives confidence in Coach Day and Coach Hartline in the play calling. You know, to be more aggressive, to go for it on 4th and goal, like we did last week. Unfortunately, we didn't get it, but I think when the offense and the team has that much confidence in the defense, everyone plays that much better. Everyone plays that much more freely. And so I think that, you know, that's kind of like our staple as a defense. Is we want to be a championship defense and know that we can win games on the defensive side of the ball if the offense isn't playing well.
Thank you so much, Jack. I will say it's very surreal for me sitting down with you again.
All come full circle, isn't it?
Full circle.
Yeah. Was that your first reporting job?
It was my first reporting job.
No kidding. That's awesome.
I even sound different.
Right.
Yeah, but I mean, looking back, you did pretty well at the interview, so I feel like you've always been media ready.
I've been decent at media ready. I think sometimes back in the day I used to mess up and say things I shouldn't have said, but definitely got cleaned up here with Jerry and the staff we got here. So
part of your growth at Ohio State.
Yep, 100%, 100%.
Jack, thank you so much.
Thank you, Kellyanne. Good to see you again.